Hello guys, welcome to today's video. So we are going to be redrawing this little penguin and everything here with our common shape. Alright, so what I'm going to do first is grab my rectangle tool. Now if you don't see your rectangle tool here, or maybe it's set to something like an ellipse tool, what you can do is come here and right click on it, and to show you the other options, then you come to your rectangle tool and select it. Here's your keyboard shortcut to activating your rectangle tool. So I want to select my rectangle tool and draw a rectangle here. Okay. Now as you can see right now, it has a fill color of white and it's covering my sketch. So before I move on, let me explain something real quick. If you look over here, we have two colors here. The one on top is the fill color, while the one under is our stroke color. So let's say for instance we have these two color. Maybe this one is a pink and the stroke color is red, and you want to reset it to default. So what you can do is come over to this little one here and click on it to reset everything to the default stroke. But if you want to change the color like we did in Photoshop, you can come here and swap the fill color and stroke color, giving it a fill color of black and a stroke of white. Okay, so what I want to do now is come over to the property bar and go to fill color and choose this stroke, which means none. Okay, it removes the fill color from me. So when I click here, you can see my stroke color is black. So as you can see, if I click inside, nothing is happening because the fill color is not there. Nothing is here right now. So if I want to click, I have to come over to the edge and click on it. Okay, so now what I'll do is hold my Alt key on my keyboard, then with the ball on my mouse, zoom in to get a clearer view of my sketch. Okay, so what I want to do is pull this one back just to align them as perfect as possible. So guys, make sure that smart guides are turned on. As you can see, my smart guide is turned on, so it helps align everything, just snaps it into place. Okay, so most times it's good and most times it's bad, but most of the time it's good. So I'm going to pull this one up to the top of the penguin's head, and now I want to get this curve. So if you observe this, there is this icon here. So this icon helps us to pull the edges, to round up the edges. So if I should, what happens if I should pull right now? It pulls everything. It pulls everything in. Now I want to get only this top. I don't want to get the downside. So I'm going to undo that and show you how to. Remember our shortcut on the keyboard to undo, it's Ctrl Z, or you can come over to edit and click on undo. Right, you can see the shortcut. So now I want to round up only the top edges. The way I'm going to do that is by coming to this icon. I'll click on it once and hold Shift key. If you hold your Shift key on your keyboard, it enables you to select multiple objects. Okay, then I'll hold my Shift key and click on this one. So now I have these two selected and not this two. So what I'm going to do now is click here and drag. As you can see, it pulls only that top corner and snaps it into place. So you can see we have our penguin body right now. So let's do another one for this inner side. So I'm going to grab a rectangle as well. Come here and draw. Okay, so let me zoom in a little. Select my black arrow to move things around. It's like our safety zone. Okay, it helps us move things around because you don't want to mistakenly draw another rectangle or another object. So I'm going to align this, make it as perfect as possible. Now I want to drag this edge. I want to drag this edge inside. So, and I want to also drag this edge inside. So what I'll do is click on this, hold shift and click on this one, then drag. Okay, that's good. So I want to do the same thing for the leg. I don't really need this curve right here, so I'm going to click on it and pull this one back out and pull it out completely. So now click on this one, selecting only that one and pull in. So it gives us the stomach of the penguin. So now let's do another tool for the feet. I'll select my rectangle tool again and draw another 2 rectangles for the feet. So I'm going to go back to my black arrow, then try to align this rectangle as much as possible. Make it as perfect as possible, then click on this one. This is the edge we want to work on, so click on it and drag. Pull this one back a little. Pull this one back a little, like so. So I want to duplicate this. All we do is with Control C or Command C on the keyboard and Control V. So let me zoom out and move. Right, so and move this one to. I want to select on this one. So I'll move this one here. Okay. Now we'll just barely. I want to pull this one out a little. So we'll just about that. Now let's work on the eye. So what we do is select, go back to our shape, click on it, then select our ellipse tool. And while holding shift, if you just draw a circle, it becomes very flexible and warpy. So you will not get a perfect circle like this. So to get a perfect circle, what you do is hold shift. As you can see, it locks it in place. Okay, so draw a circle, go back to our black arrow, and move this here, and increase the size. If you try to increase the size from this node, you end up distorting the shape. And that's not what we want. So with our arrow keys, we will adjust it to make it perfect. Okay, so we have the eye right there. Now I want to do this little curve. So what we do is come over to our pen tool right here, right click. This is our curvature tool. So we click on it, then click here and click like this. So we have a curve. Now come over to our move tool and move it with our keyboard. It doesn't really have to be perfect, so just rotate it a bit, then right, like so. Okay, this is good. So we'll come over to, we want to make this little line a little bigger. So what we do is, as you can see, we don't have any option for that, but if you come over to stroke the letter itself and click on it, you'll see it has more options here. So what we want to do is come over to the caps and click on this one. So what it does, it runs up the edges of this line. Okay, and then we come over here and increase the thickness. So about 2 is good. So this one is good. So for us to get this line as well to our shape tool, then right click, then come over here and select line segments. And what we'll do is click and hold, then drag. Right, so it is copying the same thickness and properties of this line here. Okay, so we have that. Now let's draw the nose. So to do that, we'll come over to our shape tool again, select polygon, but don't just click and draw immediately. What you do is when you click once here, it opens up the polygon preset. So what you do is we want to reduce the size. We need a triangle, so we reduce the size to 3 and click on OK. So we have our triangle right here. What we want to do is resize it just a little bit. Click on black arrow, drag it here, then you should notice if you rotate this, it just goes in every direction. But if you want to have it in a specific direction, what you should do is hold our shift key, then it locks the direction. You can see. So shift key is very important. Hold shift key, then drag it. Alright, so now we drag this here, reduce the size. Zoom in a little. So I want to rotate this just a little bit. So let's round up the edges. Click here and drag. Okay. So that's perfect. Now I want to copy and paste this. So Ctrl C to copy, then Ctrl V to paste. So we're going to use this one for the little fin or arm. Okay, whatever it is. So let's rotate this a little. So then bring it back. And just move it with my arrow keys and pull in the curves. Okay, this is quite alright. Okay, this is good. So we want to also use it for the tail. So what we do is copy it and paste this one again. So this time we rotate, hold shift, then rotate. Okay, now drag it to the tail here and let's rotate it. Zoom just a little so I can see what I'm doing. So you can see the function of this mark, guys. It helped me to locate the base here. So we are done. We're not yet done with the tail though, so let's make a little tiny adjustment to the tail. Drag this one inward. Bring it down a little. Right, so this is good. Now we want to make this little star and polygon. So to do that, we'll come over to our tool again and click on polygon, select our polygon tool, then click once to adjust the size. Now we want that to have 5 sides, so we'll click on 5 on our keyboard, click on OK. As you can see, it has 5 sides. While holding our shift key, because we don't want to distort the shape, so we'll drag this in to resize it. First of all, let's bring in our star. Go back to the same place, click on our star tool. It's natural star tool, so while holding shift, we draw our star. Alright, and we'll resize it. We want to bring it to the middle. Choose it just a little bit. Choose this just a little bit. Now, while holding your shift, you select both objects. Then you can see this our line panel just opens automatically. So click on horizontal alignments and vertical alignments to have it centralized. Alright. Now you hold Ctrl G on your keyboard to group it. This way they become one piece. Now mistakes that most people make in Illustrator is that they tend to double click. And what happens when you double click is it takes you to a different screen. So when you double click on a grouped object, it takes you to a different screen. Now in that screen, you won't be able to make any adjustments to you won't be able to do anything else, only to work on this. Now what this is you have gone into the group. Alright, you've gone into the group. Now you can adjust the shapes or whatever it is that's inside that group. Like this star, I can decide to change the position of the star and click on the click outside of it. It just opens it. Now you can see there's still one piece, but the star is in a different shape. So what I'm going to do is double click on the group again, then I'll select the star and select the polygon and go to my properties panel and align them to the center again. Then I'll click on I'll click outside of it to exit. So now what we want to do is resize this badge. Hold your shift key. Remember, it locks everything in place. Already distorted the size, so I'm going to redo it again. Resize the badge. Now if you notice, the more I shrink it, the more the outline gets thicker. So what I want to do is, once I undo this, then without selecting anything, I'll come over to this scale, strokes and effects and take this. Okay, so if I click on this now and decide to scale it down, you can see it stays the same. Okay, so that's that. So I'm going to bring this and put it here, try to match the size of the one of the sketch. Okay, roughly the same size. So that is good. I'm going to do the grass right now. What I want to do is come over to these 3 dots here and select the Arc tool, process, and click here and drag. So I'm going to rotate this. doesn't have to be perfect, it's just grass, so I'm not gonna spend too much time on this one. So while using the same tool, same arc tool, I'll click here and drag. Okay, drag. So this is good. So this is good enough. Maybe increase the strokes just a little bit. Yeah, that's good enough. So now I want to do the floor. Go back to my shape tool and select my rectangle tool and click here, then drag. I'll drag this to cover up the entire canvas. Okay, so this will be the ground, and I'll do another one like that to give me the water. I'm using it to get a better view. Click, hold, and drag. And drag it until it covers the canvas and release. So now I want to do these bubbles. So I'll just go back to my shade tool and select ellipse tool. Zoom in, then hold my shift key so that the circles will be perfect. So these are just bubbles. So I'm just going to make them roughly the same size. Okay. Okay, so guys, we are done with tracing our sketch. So let me turn this layer off so you can see we're done with our sketch. This is our penguin and the water. So in the next video we are going to be painting around. We're going to be painting our penguins. We're going to be fusing most of the shapes and then painting it. Okay, so I'll see you guys in the next video.